everybody. Happy Friday. You are just hours away from your weekend. I'm so excited to come to you live this morning. So as you join me live, let me know you're here. Or if you watch the replay, let us know. You know, that's what I love about technology is that we get to choose when we want to be plugged in, but you can do it now or you can do it later. So welcome to this week's Fire Up Report. If you want an agenda today, I am bringing back, starting with a little book passage because leaders are readers. That's how we expand our minds. And then we're going to do some recognition and talk about some events coming up and finish up with how we are going to finish March boldly. How we're going to finish March boldly. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Last week, I talked about an amazing podcast that I listened to called That Sounds Fun. And she interviewed Emily Lay. And so I picked up Emily's book this past week and I just started reading it. And the book is called Dare to Build a Life You Love, Growing Boldly. So this particular book uses an acronym. Let me find it. I didn't tag that page. Is it in her? Of course, I can't. Okay, so she breaks down the word build, and I am still in the B, which is believe in who you are and whose you are. U stands for utilize what you have. I, imagine the life you dream of. L, love people well. And D, do what matters. Forget the rest. So the very first chapter of Believe in Who You Are and Whose You Are is titled Call Out the Lies and Face the Fears. Wouldn't you agree that a lot of fears steal our joy? Wouldn't you agree? There's a lot of that inner voice that can not say the nicest things. So I want to share an amazing story that Emily talks about in here. And she talks about her friend Christy. And her friend Christy experienced really challenging times having children, miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage. Well, she finally got pregnant and she finally had a miracle baby. And a few months later, they started expressing a few concerns to the pediatrician of something just isn't right. And her son, he was diagnosed with a rare genetic disease called cystinosis. I may have totally butchered that, but only 500 people in the United States have the disease, and there's little funding for treatment or a cure. And the bad news is it's a terminal disease. So I'm going to read some bits and pieces from this part of the chapter, kind of give you a little backstory, but I want you to hear the glory story in this. What's so neat is that doctor's appointment was 8 years ago. Brayden is a thriving, confident, energetic 8-year-old boy. He takes medication daily and visits a specialist every 3 months. He's also a proud older brother who was diagnosed with the same thing. Isn't that crazy? So crazy. So whenever Emily texted her and said, asked her if she would allow her to interview her to share her story in her book, she responded, yes. And Christy says, our glory story can't bring glory to God if we're not sharing it with everyone, she said. Let's just count that as one of the many times I was struck and deeply moved by Christy's wholehearted words. And she means it. Some of the things Christy said may surprise you. You may wonder if she really believes what she says. One thing for sure, she does. To know Christy is to know her sincere heart and to have a conversation with her, to see that fire in her eyes and feel beneath her words a fierce belief in the King of all kings. When we talk, I'm always captivated by her words. First it started off with, how are the kids doing? And she said, this kid is confident. He told me he was going to play a joke on everyone. And I asked, what do you mean, buddy? Like a practical joke? He said, no, Mom. Like, I'm going to walk in and people are going to think, man, he's so small. I bet he's not very good. And then I'm just going to be so good, it'll be funny. And of course, just like me laughing, that's exactly what they did. And it says that Christy shared that Braden has low muscle tone and is a good foot or two shorter than everyone else because of his disease. He takes medication and receives shots daily. And then he's off to play golf or basketball or dominate everyone at something else, the only way he knows how. So she dove right into her questions, asking Christy how in the world she gets up every morning, puts her feet on the floor, and manages life as a mom to 4 kids, 2 of whom have a terrible disease. She laughed and she said, I just do it. I don't have a choice. And I remind myself that if something is out of my control in every way possible, then it must be God's will for my life. I didn't even know what to say to this. What bold conviction. As a believer long before her boy's diagnosis, Christy has always wanted her life and work to bring glory to God. God gave our family a chance to do exactly that. Life is not about healthy children, and we do hard things. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. She really hones in on Christy sharing with her kids. It's an affirmation they do every night. We do hard things. And they say that because, she says, they put fear in its place and it has stuck. The phrase is an example of something I greatly admire about Christy's parenting. They speak certain words over their children routinely to help shape their kids' future self-talk. Think about that. The words we repeatedly tell ourselves and our children become the voice inside. I just love how Christy and Justin intentionally fill their children with the truths about God and truths about themselves. What a beautiful way to combat the lies and false narratives early on. When the boys encounter the difficulties their disease presents as it progresses, they'll remember, we do hard things. When her daughters witness her brother's suffering, they'll remember, we do hard things. When life throws whatever curveballs at her kids, they'll remember, we do hard things. They'll also remember, this is where God meets me in the hard stuff, and I'm not defined by the hard thing, but by the one who walks me through it. Everyone suffers. Some suffer with finance, some suffer with addiction, some with loss, some with broken relationships, some with incurable diseases. This is our story, Christy explains, our glory story, and we'll continue to use our lives just as we did before our boys were diagnosed to point people back to the Lord. This next part is my favorite, you guys. I asked if Christy prays for a cure, and she said, of course, I pray for a cure or something greater. Disbelief rose up in me. What on earth could be greater? If God is who he says he is, if I believe what I say I believe, then there could be something greater than a cure. I read in the Red Sea rules, be more concerned for God's glory than for your relief. So I just wanted to share this inspiring story with you today and remind you that you do hard things. You do hard things. I've talked to some of you this past week that are struggling because your job is really taxing, long hours, your children are challenging, energy could be low. And so when you're trying to dig deep, I want you to hold on to that little verse. I do hard things. I do hard things. And remember, when you are a warrior through that, we did that warrior girls training not too long ago, you're giving other people permission to rise up, So, all right. Well, I love this book. I want to encourage you. You can get it at Target. It's got like a little journal in it too. So good. So good. So I'd love to invite you to read it with me. All right. Well, let's get going. We are almost done with March, just a few Golly, when's the last day of the month? I don't even know. You guys are just crushing it. I am so proud of you. I'm trying to get to my calendar over here. Okay, we have if you count today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, almost a whole week before we finish the month. So we can do hard things. So I want to start out with some Reco. So shout out just yesterday, brand new senior consultant, Jennifer Long. Woo, Jennifer. Thank you so much to her team member for placing her first active order. So shout out to Kirsten for getting active. Shout out to Victoria. She added Tammy to her team. Tammy watched The Price is Right and decided it looked so fun. She wanted to join us. And y'all, I just want to say that Tammy, she is an overcomer. Yesterday, we talked on the phone last night, on Zoom. We got on Zoom, and she had worked a 12-hour shift. And then she messaged me and Victoria when she got home and said, I watched the video last night before I went to bed, and I've been working all day, but I said that I would talk to you guys today. So if you're ready, I'm ready. So I am super pumped for Tammy. She wants to get outside her comfort zone, and she loves the product. So she wants to share the product with her friends. All right. Shout out for our grand day winners this past week. I've got Jennifer and Sandy and myself. So woo-hoo, grand day. So remember, there is a pinned post at the top of this page. So when you have a grand day, comment there so that we can recognize you for selling $100 in one day. Y'all, that's selling $50 to 2 people or selling 4 charcoal masks. Just saying. Or you could sell a charcoal mask in one of those mask brushes, okay? So we can do it. Shout out to Sandy. She's this close to earning her Spark jewelry. My Spark jewelry literally came in yesterday. I haven't even opened it. I thought I'd open it with you guys on camera. I thought that would be fun. So, Spark chain reaction. So remember, you earn this with a 600 wholesale cumulative order this month. So, well, that one's in Spanish. You get this cute card. I love this. It says, fire up your goals. Wasn't this perfect for the fire up report today? Oh. All right. And then it's cutely wrapped because it is designed by this guy named, I can't even pronounce it. It's fancy Italian, guys. Let's open it. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Look at them. I got to put them on right now. I don't have any earrings on. By the way, what do you guys think about my new glasses? Aren't they sassy? So I have a girlfriend. She was showing, she'd found earrings just like this. And I think they were through Kendra. I don't know. They were somewhere and they were like a couple $100. And you can earn them. Just by selling Mary Kay products. How fun. Look at them. They're so fun. So who's going to earn theirs next with me? I hope you. All right. And by the way, if you have some wins for this week, I want you to drop them in the chat. And a win could be for you. It could be like, hey, I got organized. Or I followed up with some customers, or I sold some product, or I placed an order. Share that with us, okay? Share that with us in the chat. Be interactive. All right. So I wanted to share our goal to finish over the next 6 days. So our goal to finish this month is to have a $5,000 month. $5,000 a month. So right now, our unit has in $3,510.25. Okay, so we have, are you ready for this? $1,489.75 to go. So we're gonna round it. We'll round it up a little bit to 1,500 just to make it easy for explanation. So I wanted to break this down of like, how could our unit hit this goal? So the first thing I want to remind you is that the Mary Kay year ends June 30th. So March is the first month of the final 4. So we got March, April, May, June. So what if you decided to make this the final 4 best months of your business? And then what would that do for you next year? If you're like, okay, I'm going to start this month, and then next month, I'm going to beat my month before. And then the next month, I'm going to beat my month before. In your sales, and adding to your team, into growing your customers, all those things. So to come up with this about 1,500 more, that's 2.5 people placing a 600 wholesale and earning their fun earrings. Or it's 6.5 people placing an active order of 225. And I know I've talked to several of you over the past few days about, I need to put an order in. I need to put an order in. So I know, I can already feel in my heart that we're going to hit this goal. But I want to encourage and I want to rally you to have your best month ever. So this month, I don't think it's my best month ever in my business, but I would say it's probably my best month ever since the holidays. I've just hit like a dry spell, both with my customers and just feeling motivated. So I took advantage of the Price is Right and used that as my launching of like, all right, let me get a bajillion people on here and sell some product and get myself excited and then ride that momentum. So I want you to find out what's going to excite you over the next 6 days so that you can ride that momentum into next month. Okay. So I wanted to give you a few ideas of how you can sell product right now. I have a couple great ones that are just really simple, really, really simple. So the first one is, did you guys know next weekend is Easter? I hope you know that next week is Easter. By the way, if you need somewhere to go to Easter church, you are welcome to join me for church. We are going to 8 a.m. service. I'm a volunteer at my church, and I live like 2 minutes from my church, so I got volunteered to serve at that service. But we do have 3 services, and we also have online. So if you need to plug in, I'd love to help you plug in. But Easter's next weekend. This is a great sales opportunity. So here's my mind, my Mary Kay mind, my business mind is if I go to the you guys, you can go to any grocery store, really any store right now, and there's Easter baskets everywhere. So we want to jump on this train. So I want you to think about it in 3 different ways of who you're going to target to sell Easter baskets to. I will tell you, in my opinion, you can put a post on social media and it might grab a couple of people, but this is where you have to individually reach out to your customers and your friends and your family and let them know that you do Easter basket service. Yeah. You custom build Easter baskets, okay? Whether they're wanting to add to an Easter basket they've already made or they need their own Easter basket. By the way, I know that Sandy just sold an Easter basket to one of her customers' husbands. So Sandy, if you have it ready and you can take a picture and post that in our Facebook group, we would love that so we can have a visual of what is that. But I want you to think about targeting it in a couple of ways. So the first thing I want you to target is your traditional customers or your friends and family that have kids. They have teenagers. That could be on the botanical set, that they could put a charcoal mask in their basket, that they could put a fun glamour, lip gloss and a little eye palette with maybe a cute blush and 3 eyeshadows, okay? So you can target the moms with those teenagers. And when I say teenagers, I'm thinking like 8 and up. 8 and up. I mean, you guys, 8 years old is 3rd grade. Those kids are wearing mascara and lip gloss and CC cream, okay? So, and they can also be on that botanical set. So that's the first target. Your second target is also going to be the guys, okay? You're going to target your customers' husbands, your friends' husbands, and go, hey, even if they don't really do Easter baskets, typically family hosts on Easter. So wouldn't it be fun to get your girl something fun for Easter? Just a little Easter basket. And y'all go to the Dollar Tree and get a cute little bag. I saw the cutest ones at Hobby Lobby last week. And they're like broken looking and they're just made out of felt. And you could easily put stuff in there, okay? And what you want to do when you're selling these Easter baskets, especially to the guys, is you just want to target a price range. Like, okay, do you want to spend $50 or $100? or if you give them 3 price ranges, they always go with the middle one. So you could go, all right, you can spend 50, 75, or 100. More than likely, they're going to pay 75 because it's the middle, right? Or if you prefer, your goal is like, all right, I want to sell 6 Easter baskets at $100, then I would say, your price range could be 75, 125, 150, or something like that. And if you need help knowing what to put in the baskets, I'll help you. So that's your second target, is the guys. Your third target is kind of that first target. It is who needs glamour for Easter? Y'all, a lot of people are starting to go back to their traditional routine. They're going to be going to church. They're going to be going over to their family's house for lunch or dinner or whatever. And they want to look cute. They want to look cute. So this is the week. This is the week to pull out that glamour. Y'all, my look I've got on today, super fun. It's an old color. The dark color is an old color called truffle. But my favorite thing to do right now is to put light beam on my whole lid, add a darker color, and then I always blend it with like hazelnut or just a light, a neutral color like that. So these are fun, easy looks. Or lipstick and a lip gloss, like just those little things. So Easter, that's our first target. The second way that you can target people is a 24 in 24 challenge. I like to do these at the end of the month. I try not to do them every month. Personally, I try to do them like once a quarter. So that's where you challenge yourself to sell $24 to 24 people in 24 hours. And you just see what they need. So if you want, search in this group. There's scripts and pictures and all the things. Or if you can't find it, let me know and I'll help you. Y'all, makeovers. We got 6 days. Okay. The last day of the month is on what day is it on? Oh, dang, it's on Wednesday. So, because I just had 3 guests on the Hydra session last night, and one of the guests has purchased over $100. One guest was a repeat who just placed an order last week from the Prize is Right, and she had her girlfriend join as well, and she's got a wish list, and come her next payday, she said she is splurging. So makeovers are totally where it's at. And then earlier this week, I got a new customer from my website, and I went over to her house, and I can roll back and grab it. It's very empty now because she bought almost everything out of it. And I took my little basket and I sat on her couch and we talked about her skin, and I let her try things on her hand. And y'all, she bought over $200. It was so awesome. So share that product. And then lastly, follow up. Follow up with your customers. Follow up with people that have had makeovers in the past and maybe they didn't buy anything. I don't know what happened I know what's happening. People are getting their lookbooks and they're finally sitting down and looking at them. This week, I've gotten a lot of random reorders from people that haven't ordered in a long time. And it's just because I keep following up with them. And when they're ready, they will order. So help us finish that big goal of hitting $5,000. We need about 1,500 more. I know that we can do it, and I want to celebrate it because you guys, when we hit this goal, we're going to set a new goal for next month, and we're going to give away like a huge prize. I'm so excited. I've already bought it. It's sitting in my closet. I can't tell you about it yet, but it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. All right. I want to finish up today by a couple of reminders of events coming up. Monday night, we have our last meeting to complete our STEM training. So if you haven't been with us on our STEM training, remember, you can check out the album called Zoom Meetings. Okay, Zoom meetings. Almost all the meetings from this past year are in there. You can click, listen to those recordings. So go check that out. Our last portion of this series is on money management. So every single one of you better be on, because I will say this is the area where I always hear from consultants, I need help. So come get on our training, okay? Come get on our training. Next up in April, our next Prize is Right date is April 19th. Sales directors right now are prepping that event, so registration will probably open up in the next couple of weeks, but go ahead and put it on your calendar. And Y'all don't miss out this time. I know last time, I think we just had Deborah and Victoria join, and I know Victoria added a new team member. I sold over $1,000, like y'all. And we had on our Monday night meetings, we've been sharing testimonials from consultants. There was a consultant last week that shared she sold over $600. Another consultant that talked about how it helped finish her igniter jewelry. Like, it's just huge. So you don't want to miss this event. And then lastly, at the end of April, April 23rd and 24th, Mary Kay is having an event called the Red Rally. The Red Rally is available for everybody to attend. Excuse me, I'm going to pull up a video for it real quick. I thought I had it ready, but I didn't. And this is taking the place of our career conference. So career conference used to be across the country in like 50 different cities, and they were small gatherings that provided recognition and training. So Mary Kay has gone virtual because it's just not quite time, because those events, you guys, they pulled anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 people. And, you know, there's a lot of work in the background for Mary Kay to put these events on. So they just couldn't risk it. But I'm telling you, Mary Kay's getting better and better at their virtual events. So let me see if I can share my screen and let you guys see this video. You can register. It's only $20. I registered this past week. Okay, hold on. So share screen. Let me see what happens. Can I make this bigger?
Are you ready to rock it?
That will go. Oh, that will go full screen. All right, you're gonna have to see it kind of smaller. I apologize. Here, application window. Let's do this one. Share. Here it comes. All right, let me see if I can make it any bigger. Or maybe like this. There we go. There we go. Okay, here it comes. Ready? Ready, ready, ready?
Are you ready to rock and rally? Then you won't want to miss the Mary Kay Rock and Red Rally. Join us April 23rd through the 24th for a red hot event like you've never seen before. Get inspired to rock your goals with Mary Kay Independent National Sales Directors. Rock and Red Rally is your opportunity to rally with your sister beauty consultants and find out how the Red Jacket program can boost your business and help you finish the seminar year strong. You'll get tips and expert advice from the top sellers and team builders in the business. Career path classes designed for where you are in your business right now, and exciting recognition and prize giveaways to celebrate your success. All weekend long, we'll be rocking and rallying around all things red. How to become a red, encourage reds, and develop teams of reds. Because no matter where you are in your Mary Kay business, you have room to grow when you're rocking red. So spring into action and register now. We can't wait to see you at the Rock and Red Rally. It's totally gonna rock your world.
All right, so go check that out. Go check that out. It's under the events tab on In Touch. All consultants are invited, and I just want to encourage you to plug into this big event. Even if you're not interested in leadership, like they said, you're going to hear from the top sellers, the top sharers, really people that know how to grow their business and grow their business in this unique time. So it's only $20. So get that on your calendar. You're not going to want to miss it. We may even gather for part of it. We'll see. We'll work out the details as it gets closer. All right, guys. Well, wrapping up, remember that we've got about 6 days left to finish the month. We are going to push boldly to finish. We need about 1,500 more to hit our goal. So you can do that by Easter baskets, following up with customers, holding a 24 and 24 challenge, or doing makeovers. Or you may just need to stock your inventory. I had a consultant I talked to the other day, and she's like, I'm just getting low on stuff. I need to get in and get that order done. So get in and get that order done so that we can hit our goal. I am so proud of all our achievers this last week, from our new senior consultant, Jennifer Long, our brand day winners, and just everyone that is finding a way to make it happen. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous week, and we'll see you on our meeting on Monday on money management on Zoom. All right, see you later. Bye.